Okay, so we're going to do an inspection on this home for the roof and siding and gutters and downspouts. The first thing you want to do before you do anything else is set up the ladder on the back of the house, ideally on top of grass, somewhere where it's not in the way, because you don't want to scratch the gutters right above the front door. Now, if there's limited access and you can't get in, or maybe there's an easier route to get up there, I understand you have to put it somewhere where it's safe. That makes more sense. Just make sure you do your due diligence to not damage the gutters on your way up. When you show up to the property and you start your inspection, you should start off taking a picture of the entire front, from the left side to the right side. Thereafter, you move from the left side of the house to the very far right side, documenting damages. Let's go take a look at the windows first. So now we're starting off on the left side of the elevation of the front. You always start front, left, and move right. We're going to take a look at any gutters. In this case, this gutter is on the left elevation, so we're not going to address it first. We want to keep the pictures in a specific order so everyone in the office knows what we're doing, and that way they can tag along with us as if they were here. Take a look at the screen, see if there's any damage. Usually with hail damage, you'll see a small rip in it. This one has a tear at the bottom. Could it be hail? It could. We're not really sure what it is. You want to take a look at any of these shutters. If they're metal, they're probably going to have dents in them. If they're plastic, they might actually have cracks or missing pieces, or might be blown off. So those are the things that you want to take a close-up picture of. In this case, we don't see any damage here. The light is really to find any damage on aluminum. Sometimes you could find it on the frame of the window, of the screen. And if there is a dent, then they owe you for that screen. If you have any damage to the screen, you want to take a close-up picture of it. So first you're going to take a picture showing which window, for perspective, actually has a damage. And then you're going to actually take a close-up picture of that window so everyone knows what we're actually addressing on that elevation. And then we're going to continue right. Again, looking for any dents or dings in the screen, any hail damage to the screen. This actually, take a close-up over here, I would consider this hail damage, this one little piece. So then they would owe for the entire screen. Now, they may call it mechanical damage when you meet with an adjuster. However, if you really think about it, when you have a claim for wind and hail, if something gets projected against the house, that'd be a wind-driven debris. That could still cause the damages we're seeing here. Again, it's a really difficult thing to discuss with an insurance adjuster, but it does make sense. And if there's logic and you see trees around the house and stuff, look for broken branches or things that may have actually projected into that area. We're going to keep moving right. So here's where you see actually the flashlight coming the most used right now. We're moving over. We're going to take a picture of the downspout, showing where it is. Again, on the front. I know it's on the front left side, but realistically, this is still the front elevation of the home. You can feel with your hands if you don't have a light and find any dents. I could find one right here. So you take a picture for perspective, and then you'd actually use your light, double click it, and then take a picture of the actual hail damage. The other thing you can do too is take out a piece of chalk and mark the damage. And now it's picture perfect. It's also ready for an adjuster. These are soft metals. There's really no reason not to mark this type of stuff if it's logical and it's there. One other thing I just want to point out real quick, there's spatter on the gutter right here. Anything that looks like it's been washed off from hail, it's when the hail hits it, it splashes and cleans off the oxidation. So that's why you see the hail. It didn't cause the damage, but it cleaned it off, so it shows that there was actual hail here recently. We keep moving right. A couple of things to document. If we know we're going to be replacing the siding or there's damage to the siding, things that are relevant include the light fixtures, because you have to detach and reset the light fixture. On this one, it's a vinyl siding, so you want to make sure that you address the fact that there's also a J block behind it. There's another light block right here for the outlet. Then you have to detach and reset the outlet. If there was a aluminum wrap behind the doorbell and it was damaged, they would actually have to take off the doorbell, so detach and reset doorbell, and then obviously replace the door wrap. And we keep moving from that direction forward. Some additional lights, right? Detach and reset light fixture, detach and reset J-block. We're going to take a look and see if there's any damage to siding. So far, no visible damage on the front elevation. We're going to move forward to the garage. The garage takes thicker hail usually, or more dense hail in order for it to get damaged. What you're going to take is your light, move it across, and you're going to look for any hail dents or dings in the garage. Again, you're going to possibly find stuff on here that's unrelated to hail. If it looks like a tennis ball or something like that and someone's playing racquetball against their garage, don't count that as hail. Be realistic about what damage is actual damage. If you find any dents or dings in it, you'd want to document it, take a picture with the light, chalk it up, make sure you take a picture from further away showing you get in that garage. So now that other things to take into account. Again, there's no aluminum wrap here. Had it been damaged, we would have to detach and reset 3 separate numbers. There's an additional charge for that, to take it off and put it on in order to accommodate putting on the weather wrap. And then you move further right. And we're going to take a look. There's a gutter here. It's really easily accessible. You're going to take the light on the front and see if there's any damage, or on the bottom. If the pan has damage to it, that gutter is no longer functioning the way it was intended to. And most policies do have endorsement for cosmetic damage, because damage is still damage. At that point, they would owe for the front gutters, not just that one gutter.